Somebody asked me in my live the other day, how do you stop being the nice girl? And I was like, wow, this is a really good topic. And as somebody who's been the nice girl and got dogged, ran over, betrayed, talked too crazy, treated horribly, nothing was ever reciprocated, I got y'all. So the key problem, or the actual question, isn't how do I stop being the nice girl? It's how do I put my foot down from never putting my foot down? How do I guess, approach giving somebody an answer that they're not used to, and then them trying to retaliate and saying I'm mean, I'm rude, I'm this, I'm that. That's really the question here. And I would say you just do it. You just do it. As somebody who would give somebody their last $5, and once they get around somebody else, they're calling me ugly, they're calling me broke, they're calling me this, that, and the third, and then I turn around and do it for them again when they ask me for lunch money. As somebody who's really like been nice to somebody, just for them to try to be nice to me, that has gotten me nowhere. And I would say I started putting my foot down in college. In college, I realized that a lot of these girls will just tell you something just to use you for it. Once you realize you're being used and that what you're doing doesn't really have purpose, even though, and it sounds so mean, but you giving them your last isn't going to do anything. You answering the phone when you don't want to talk isn't going to do anything. You giving them those answers when you said you wasn't trying to do that, it's not going to do anything. Like, you inviting them places just because you want them to show up and you don't, like, it's not going to do anything, okay? And it sucks, but it's the genuine truth. So in college, what I did is I just started saying no. I just started saying no, and I wasn't backing down. Like, if I said something, when somebody would come to me and ask me for something because they knew they could, because they knew I would give it to them, once I said no, sometimes that would start an attitude problem from their side, or they'll start like talking crap to my face. I'll be all right, cool. Instead of being like, okay, here you go, or no, I was just playing. Nah, stand on it, 10 toes. Like, that's what you have to do, and it just gets easier from there. Not everything has to be an argument, right? Not everything has to, just because they're arguing with you doesn't mean you have to argue with them. You're just trying to set a boundary. You're just trying to say no. You're just trying to absorb yourself back from giving it to all these people. That's all you're trying to do. So that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be big dog back to them, or if they leave you out, or then that it is what it is. Because when you think about it, all they're doing is treating you how they treat you when you're not looking. All the talking crap they might do to your face, or attitude, or roll the eyes they might do to your face, babe, once you take 2 steps that way, they doing it regardless to the people that